Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving into Python sets. We'll explore how they handle unique elements and perform powerful mathematical operations. So, what exactly is a set in Python? Think of it as a special type of collection. Its main characteristics are that it is unordered, meaning the items don't have a specific sequence. You also can't access items using an index. Most importantly, sets only store unique elements, so no duplicates are allowed. Finally, sets are mutable, which means you can change their contents by adding or removing items. You can create a set in two primary ways. The first is by placing comma-separated values inside curly braces. For example, a set of numbers would be curly brace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close curly brace. Be careful, though. If you create empty curly braces, Python will create a dictionary, not a set. To create an empty set, you must use the second method, the set constructor. You can use the set function on its own to make an empty set, or you can pass in another iterable, like a list, to convert it into a set. The most powerful and common use for a set is its ability to automatically enforce uniqueness. If you have a list with duplicate values, you can simply convert it to a set, and all the duplicates will be removed instantly. For instance, a list containing 1, 2, 2, and 3, when converted to a set, will result in a set containing only 1, 2, and 3. Since sets are mutable, you can modify them. To add a single item, use the add method. To add multiple items at once from a list or tuple, use the update method. For removing items, you have a few options. The remove method will delete a specified item but will raise a key error if that item doesn't exist. If you want to avoid errors, use the discard method, which does the same thing but won't complain if the item isn't there. You can also use pop to remove and return an arbitrary element, or clear to empty the entire set. Now for the fun part, mathematical operations. A union combines two sets, creating a new set that contains all the unique elements from both. You can perform a union using either the vertical bar operator or the union method. For example, the union of a set with 1 and 2 and a set with 2 and 3 will result in a new set containing 1, 2, and 3. An intersection gives you a new set containing only the elements that are common to both sets. Imagine you have a set with 1 and 2 and another with 2 and 3. Their intersection would be a set containing just the number 2, as it's the only element present in both. You can achieve this with the ampersand operator or the intersection method. The difference operation returns a new set with elements that are in the first set but not in the second set. Order is very important here. For example, if set A is 1 and 2 and set B is 2 and 3, then a minus B will give you a set with just 1. However, B minus A will give you a set with just 3. This can be done with the minus operator or the difference method. Finally, we have the symmetric difference. This operation creates a new set with all the elements that are in either of the sets, but not in both. It's the opposite of the intersection. For a set with 1 and 2 and another with 2 and 3, the symmetric difference would be a set containing 1 and 3. You can use the caret operator or the symmetric difference method for this. So, when should you reach for a set? The two most common scenarios are removing duplicates from a list and performing membership testing. Checking if an element exists in a set is significantly faster than checking for it in a list, especially when dealing with a large number of items. This makes sets incredibly efficient for lookups.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.